Now the drugs can actually affect the receptors. The drugs here can be agonist or antagonist. Agonist means they actually initiate this binding complex. That means they initiate the binding, like the binding of chemical messenger on the binding site of the receptors. So either they can initiate the process, right, or they can be antagonist. Antagonist means what they are going to do is they are going to inhibit this binding process by itself get binding. Like there also they were, you can say that in the enzyme drug interaction there, the drug was binding on the binding site. Likewise here also, let's say this is drug. So instead of the binding of chemical messenger, the drug fits into this binding site and therefore blocking the site. So this can actually affect the receptors in these two ways. Either it can initiate the binding, or they instead of formation of the messenger and the receptor complex, the drug and the receptor complex is formed because receptor binds to the binding site, therefore creating no site for the binding of the chemical messenger. So it may retard the function, and here where the initiation is done, it may initiate any kind of function. So that means the drug can actually affect the receptors in two ways. Either it is binding, or it is initiating the binding, or it is just blocking the binding process. So this is what the drug, how the drug affects the receptors, and how the drug affect the enzymes we have already discussed.